Derevyanchenko now zeroing in on a title opportunity. Despite having a professional record of only 5-0, Derevyanchenko actually has fought no less than 24 times, winning 23 in the World Series of Boxing. That's a hybrid of amateur and professional boxing, which often featured the best amateurs in the world in transition to the pro ranks. His last fight with Alan Campa, indicative of what he is, and that is a thinking man's fighter. He's generally in the pocket. He's proven to be an excellent finisher once he does figure out what he needs to do to get his opponent out of there. That was the case with Campa. 2 knockdowns, and the fight was finally stopped before a third. Very impressive win for Derevyanchenko. 4 of his 5 official fights have ended early. So, Steve, one more time, let's go behind the numbers with Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Will do, Barry. How fast is fast? It's clear that Derevyanchenko's on the fast track, but if he keeps raising the level of his opposition at this rate, he could be a top 10 contender by his 8th or 9th fight. Needed most. More than anything else, Derevyanchenko needs to go rounds. Will Ayala provide them? Ayala usually goes long in fights, but he's also been KO'd very early. And H-factor, Derevyanchenko turned pro at 28, and he's now 29, so he's trying not only to beat his opponent, but also the clock.
All right, so that's a look at what we got as we ready once more to go to the center of the ring for the introduction of the fighters in our main event of the evening. So here once more, the ring announcer tonight, Dave Diamante. Dave?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening and welcome to Bally's Hotel and Casino here in Atlantic City, New Jersey, USA for Showbox, the new generation. Brought to you by Lou DiBella's DiBella Entertainment in association with Fight Promotions and Showtime. Your 3 judges scoring this contest ringside, Kason Cheeks, Barbara Perez, and Tony Perez. And at the sound of the bell, your 3rd person in the ring, referee Sparkle Lee. And now, fight fans, it's time for the Showbox main event of the evening. 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he wears solid black trunks. He weighed in at an even 160 pounds. His professional record, 28 victories, 6 defeats. He has 1 draw and 12 wins coming by way of knockout. From Reading, Pennsylvania, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Elvin, the Lycan Ayala. Ayala. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He wears camouflage trunks. He weighed in at a ready 159 pounds. His professional record, a perfect one. 5 fights, 5 victories, 4 of them coming by way of knockout. Originally from Nikolaev, Ukraine, and now living and fighting out of Brooklyn, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sergey, the technician, Derevyanchenko. Derevyanchenko.
Come on, fighters. Okay, these are kind of high, so this is good right here. You already received instructions. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. God bless.
We look at the numbers in this middleweight battle. If Derevyanchenko has a weakness, maybe it's his short reach. As for Ayala, he needed 2 trips to the scales to make the contracted limit of 160. The scoring same as previous fights. No standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule. Only the ref can stop the fight. Can't be saved by the bell in any round. And the accidental foul rule before the end of 4, no decision. After that, we go to the cards. Barry.
All right, another 8-round fight here. Sergey Derevyanchenko, we talked about him, the thinking man's fighter. Ayala coming off his biggest win, really feeling full of confidence.
The amateur experience for these two couldn't be more different. Derevyanchenko in the 08 Olympics for the Ukraine, and Ayala barely any amateur experience at all. And the pro experience, remember, Derevyanchenko, we're not counting the 24 fights he had in the World Series of Boxing, so he's had only 5 bouts of an Ayala, a long-time veteran, more than 200 rounds.
Ayala, as we've said, resurrected his career. He's done so under his own management. He's a free agent. Works with 4 people around him, are all high school friends. Left hand, pretty good left hand. A wild left hand from Ayala in return.
Ayala's gonna have to use his legs. He's good footwork, movement. Can't afford to stand in front of Derivanchenko. That's where he's dangerous. He really knows how to close the gap quick. Very effective when he gets close. And he makes his fight every shot count. Look at his accurate jab. That's what I was talking about at the beginning. He closes that gap quickly with the double, triple jab. Ayala already holding on.
Good short right hand by Derevyanchenko. I think Ayala got away with one there. Another good right hand by Derevyanchenko.
It's all about the jab for Ayala. If he can't get that jab on track, he doesn't have much of a chance in this fight. He has to score with the jab. He's not a puncher.
A good left hand from Derevyanchenko. Well, you really gotta like Derevyanchenko's balance too. He throws everything on perfect balance. Doesn't reach, doesn't lean.
His body stays in the center. Like you said, Barry, he doesn't lean forward when he throws his big hand. He still has a little bounce, you know. He walks through his opponent, but he's got a little bounce. He's not as flat-footed as Heatrov. That's the problem with Heatrov. He's real flat-footed, I think. Derevanchenko got a little bounce to his punches, see, when he jabs in.
Very effective first round from Derevyanchenko.
Nice and relaxed.
Ayala moving, Ayala running, but Ayala shipping some punches, including a ramrod left jab.
Yeah, the jab for Derevyanchenko is tremendous. It really is. He steps behind it so solid, doesn't he? And then Ayala's trying to move. He just catches him on his heels. He don't know what to do. Got caught with a few left hooks on the top of the temple as well, which shook him up. And it looks like it's going to be a hard night for Ayala.
And Derevyanchenko needs to look the business, needs to perform.
And he is so far. You know, it's a total contrast to the start of the last fight for Heatrov, who was a bit disappointed. Derevyanchenko looking tremendous.
Let's get back to Atlantic City. It's round 2, Ayala, Derevyanchenko.
Let's go, baby.
All right, seconds out.
Well, Ayala did nothing to disturb Derevyanchenko in the first round. You know, one thing you really got to like about Derevyanchenko, I've never seen him change expression. When we talk to him in our fighter meetings, when you see him walking down the hall of the hotel, on his entry into the ring, during the fight, he's the same.
Yeah. And it's impossible not to compare Derevyanchenko to Heatrov. They're from the same country. They're in the same division. They've been on the same showbox card now more than once. Huge difference in terms of personality outside the ring. Derevyanchenko called the technician, and he has the personality of the technician. Very quiet and reserved, where Heatrov likes the limelight.
Yeah, animated guy. Both are married. Both are family guys.
Nice work by Ayala with the left hand.
Yeah.
You know that he wants to keep a good distance away because Derevyanchenko is reach challenged, shall we say, and needs to be a little closer than Ayala does.
Ayala needs to keep everything at long range. Even if he's not being effective with the jab, but just keep touching him with the long jab. Just keep him at bay. Don't let him get close.
Right hand from Ayala in close quarters. Right hand left behind it by Deravianchenko, and that drives Ayala into the ropes.
It might have hurt Ayala.
Ayala doesn't want to be in there.
We like to talk about Deravianchenko figuring his opponent out before he attacks. Well, what he's got to figure out this fight, of course, is Ayala's jab. If he can counter it, slip under it, and land his own right hand, then he will be the technician.
Brought the right hand very quickly behind his own jab. Another good left hand, then backs Ayala up again. And a nice combination there.
He does seem to pick the right punch at the right time, doesn't he?
Let him go. Go. Don't punch him. Hey.
Sergey, beautiful. What? Give me a deep breath. You like that? Nice and relaxed. You're reaching for him. When you get inside, you have to put 5 and 7 together. Touch him, then come up the middle. All right? Don't wait for him to hold you. Don't wait for him to run. Okay? Use your jab at all times. When you're setting him up,
We take a look at action. Deravianchenko picking the right punches. It's interesting there. His left-right was short, but then he threw the same combination again.
Quick jabs and out. Don't.
Let's go, baby. This is round 3 of this 8-round fight. See what Deravianchenko has learned about his man. He's pretty much controlled the fight thus far.
But I think he needs to pick up the tempo a little bit more.
Ayala's corner told him he has to stay out of range. It's basically what we've been saying, you know, far enough.
Far away.
Yeah,
Very
far away, but close enough to jab, I guess.
Right.
And they're talking about jabs. We said Ayala, it's critical that he win the battle of the jabs. Well, through 2 rounds, Deravianchenko 22 jab connects, Ayala 12.
Right hand or left behind it from Deravianchenko.
Good body work there, and they want him to come up the middle. He's working both sides of the body of Ayala, but he's not coming up the middle. Got to open up that guard of Ayala. He's a veteran. He's been in there with Arthur Abraham. Went the whole 12 rounds until he got clocked by Abraham, who was a big power puncher.
And he did land a few jabs here. 3-punch combination from Deravianchenko. Right on top of him again. Left hand to right behind it. Again, left hand right behind it. And another good right hand.
See, I think that's the difference between Heatroff and, you know, I'm comparing this Ukraine fighters again between Heatroff and Deravianchenko. I mean, he puts his punches together very well. 3s and 4s and 5s, and he's got enough power to get the other guy's attention.
And you see the advantage doubling up on the power connects.
He's breaking them down. He's breaking them down. Before you know, he's going to run him out of the ring.
I like his balance. He never seems to be off balance.
Well, I think, Barry, you're exactly right, and that's why, to echo Raul's point, that's why he can throw 4 and 5 punches, because he's always on balance. He's also always in range to hit his opponent. Now, that means he's in range to get hit as well, but as long as he's doing more hitting than getting hit, he'll take it.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's his jab that gets him there. He's very busy with his jab. There he is again. That's 4 or 5 jabs.
The right hand lead got there to the top of the hand of Deravianchenko. Again, that combination. He brings that right hand really quickly behind that jab.
And Deravianchenko, he picked up the tempo in this round. And Ayala's feeling the pressure.
Left hand right behind it again.
Good stuff. Sergey, don't worry about his head when you get close to him, okay? Give me a deep breath, nice and relaxed. Settle down. Settle down. Beautiful stuff. Nice and relaxed. When you get close to him, don't worry about his head. Touch him to the body or come in the middle with the uppercut. I want to see that rip.
And right now, he's following you with the right hand. He's trying to counter your jab. So I want quick jab, and moving out the way, real quick. All right, don't wait for him to throw back. We gotta keep stepping to that left because he's
action from midway in round 3. Bro was talking about the jab. Look at it, sets up everything else, left, right, proper range. And when Ayala answers, Deravianchenko just steps back. This is later in the round. Again, the jab setting up the shots, giving him the range he wants. Outstanding work.
Come to round 4 of this 8-round fight. This is our main event. Sergey Deravianchenko in the camouflage trunks and Elvin Ayala in the black. Deravianchenko pretty much dominating things so far.
And you wonder at this point what goes through Ayala's mind, because he comes in thinking he can outbox the guy. That hasn't been the case. He doesn't have the kind of power. So how is he thinking about his chances of winning?
Then he got quicked. Getting out punched.
Deravianchenko is so patient, you know, he just takes his time, and every shot that he throws, pretty much everything counts, and keeps a pretty busy pace in there. Systematically breaking down Ayala. There's nothing on that jab, Ayala. There's nothing to make Deravianchenko think, hey, I can't go in there like this.
You know, it's not like Deravianchenko never gets hit. He does get hit, but he seems to either ride with the punch just a little bit. His head movement is subtle.
Nice shot with the left hand, and that staggered Ayala.
See, to me, that kind of pressure that Deravianchenko's putting on right now is the kind of pressure that, you know, he just keeps popping away, and he's putting hurt, and it makes you just want to get out of the ring. You know, Ayala's running out of room. Where do I go? Where do I go?
There's a cut over the right eye of Ayala now. It's up in the corner of the right eye.
So, Raul, that pressure wears you down mentally as much as it does physically, right?
Exactly, yeah. He mentally and physically just breaks you apart.
And as a pressure fighter, you sense that, don't you? It makes you, yeah. I'm sure he senses.
And it motivates you too when you see the guys running more and he ain't got nowhere to run. Every time you chase him, he ends up in the ropes and in the corners. What are you gonna do?
Good left hand again.
Put more pressure.
And another good left hand, and that one, I think, hurt Ayala, who gets out of there. Deravianchenko really keeping the pace up here, has for the last couple of rounds. Blood from the right eye of Ayala.
Guys, get out of here, guys. Get out of here. Great. Step back.
Let's go, baby. Go work. Let's go.
The cut is from the punch.
Listen to me.
Some work to do in the corner of Ayala.
You're popping these jabs, right?
Let Doc through. Let Doc through. Let Doc check it out.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. Yo, listen. Ya está velando el jab. So juégale jab, and once in a while, papa, he's open for that right hand, baby. Okay?
And we look at the halftime stats. The key number for sure, obviously the power punch is way in favor of Derivanchenko, but Ayala needed that jab to have a chance in this fight, and he's being out-jabbed about 2.5 to 1. Late in the round, Derivanchenko again picking the right shots. He misses, but the punches are coming 4 and 5 at a time, so he lands enough to easily win another round.
Past the halfway point we go now to round number 5. They didn't really do a lot on that cut.
Yeah, that's Jonathan Ortiz, brother of the trainer of Ayala.
They're yelling over here in Ayala's corner. You scored some points. You did your part. Now go back to boxing. And he did. He connected him with some good shots, but not enough.
In terms of fighting long, well, Derivanchenko, all those World Series of Boxing matches were 5 rounds. And as a pro, he's never gone past 4. So I guess you'd say this is uncharted territory. Ayala, of course, a veteran who's been here many, many, many times.
Meantime, Derivanchenko continues to stay on the gas. Got there with a couple of good right hands. Nice left hand to the body right there. Ayala backs up. Another good body shot.
Derivanchenko on top of him. He stays on you.
Heavy-handed puncher, Derivanchenko.
Yes. He don't give you no room to breathe.
Another good right hand.
Tell you what, the last 2 rounds he's really picked up the pressure, the momentum. Derivanchenko.
Barry Tompkins, Steve Farhood, the champion, Raul Marquez alongside. We are at Bally's in Atlantic City. It's where it all started some 14 years ago here on ShowBox. And we're watching the latest crop of prospects hoping to take that step to contender and shortly thereafter to a title. And the guy we're watching right now, Derivanchenko, seems to be on a short path to that.
Short path, fast track.
Yes.
Very fast. I mean, a lot of talent in this guy. As Ukrainian fighters, they come here to the States and they take advantage of what the United States has to offer, man. They're hungry to beat somebody in the boxing ring.
Yeah, we talked to both of them about that, and they were both quick to agree. That was a good right hand of the body, left hand of the head.
Well, we know Lomachenko, the featherweight, he fought for a world title in his second pro fight, so Derivanchenko's not going to match that, but
I mean, Ayala is trying, but it's just a case of not having the horses.
Listen, he's waiting for that jab. He's standing there waiting for that right hand to come through. Yeah. Once you pass it, boom, boom, move and get out. Yeah. And then we go back, jab. Jab, right? Yeah. When he's coming in, clinching or trying to get in, body shots. Sit the fuck down, throw your body shots and move your head the way you're doing it. Okay. It's frustrating. He's picking his legs up. There's times you're going for the body. He don't want it, okay? He's good.
But you're not punching when you get inside. You got to punch there. That's the only thing that we're not doing, and I need to see that happen now. Use your jab to get inside and then break him in the middle. When you get inside, uppercuts and body shots. Don't worry about the hook until after you sting him downstairs. Then you go to it. All right, let's go. You're looking good. Let's finish him up. Okay? Come on, champ.
We come now to round 6 of this 8-round fight, a fight that has been dominated by Sergey Derivanchenko. Hard to imagine Ayala has won so much as a round in this fight.
maybe just a little bit of a shift in the attack of Derivianchenko in round 5. More than half his connects were to the body.
And especially early in the round. Another good right hand, and that got Ayala's attention. Ayala falls into the ropes. Derivianchenko right on top of him. Good body shot again with the left hand.
Yeah, that hurt. 6th round. Ayala's been getting punished throughout the whole fight. That takes a lot out of him.
Combination to the head, combination to the body by Derivianchenko, who has picked up the pace even more here in this round.
Is it fair to question Derivianchenko's power?
You know, he puts his punches very well together, you know, and so that makes up for it.
Yeah.
You know, speed is power, and he's still breaking down Ayala. He's hurting. I mean, he's running out of places to go. He's really lost in there, and as you see, he's not running the same anymore. Now he's standing there, and he's giving Derivianchenko what he wants. He's giving him everything, so
the reason
it's a matter of time.
Yeah, it's a fair question because Ayala has been down 8 times in 4 fights. Hasn't always shown the best chin.
I think Derivianchenko's really starting to wear him down, though, as Raul pointed out.
Yeah, you get the impression this fight just came at the wrong time for Ayala because after he got knocked out by Curtis Stevens in 1 round, he retired. Then he came back and he beat Gabriel, which got him this fight, but he might be just a little too old at this point to fight a guy as hungry and determined as Derivianchenko.
Yeah, Derivianchenko very definitely is that.
And again, you know, Derivianchenko doesn't change his expression. He's in control. He doesn't seem desperate because he wants to, you know, sometimes fighters get desperate because they want to get the guy out of there. I mean, he's hit him with everything. He's wondering, like, I got to break this guy down. I got to get him out of there. But he's still taking his time.
I was going to say,
smart about it.
But I think he is doing that. He's breaking him down. Hitting him with just about anything he wants now.
At will, yes.
End of 6.
6-zip.
Pretty hard to see this one any other way.
Sit down, baby. I want you to take a deep breath.
Thank you.
All right, listen. He's tired. You understand me? He's ready to give up. But if you don't make him give up, he won't. You have to make him give up. Sit down and bend in those body shots.
Action from round 6. Nice spin there by Derivianchenko. Changes the angle. And Ayala never adjusted.
Okay.
And then later in the round, Ayala coming off the ropes, hands down, pays for it. That's the kind of fighter Derivianchenko is. You make a mistake, he makes you pay. Maybe he's not knocking Ayala out with these shots or down with these shots, but he's certainly hurting him.
You work hard and rumble. Let's go. Finish this guy up. Stay sharp and stay smart. Okay? Let's go. Body.
Round 7.
I think that Derivianchenko needs to start loading up with body shots here because at this stage of the fight for Ayala, you know, getting hit with body shots, it'll be very effective for Derivianchenko. It'll really wear him down and maybe put him out.
Oh, see how he handles that. I mean, he's hit him with everything. Combination there, left and right to the head. Comes downstairs with the left hand to the body, then upstairs. Good strong jab, 2 jabs. Jab to right hand.
That's what I'm talking about. Good solid body shots right there.
Then he brings that right over the top.
Yeah, coming up the middle.
Really going for it now, I think.
Let him go, come on. Let him go. Stop.
That cut not getting any better on Ayala. Blood starts to get in the eye. I imagine it's just a distraction more than anything else. Is that right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it blinds you, and it's just nagging you. You can't see the same. Keep wiping your eye, and the other fighter's gonna be shooting for the eye too. So.
Boy, he walked right into that right hand with Ayala. Three-punch combination again by Deravianchenko, right up the middle. A couple of shots to the body. Step away, try to get his man turned. Comes up with the right hand.
Come on, guys, get up. Come on, get out of here.
Look at the difference in the punches land here. 3-1, the edge to Deravianchenko.
Big difference. I mean, very busy pace, constant pressure. He's just on top of you, and he makes the right distance. You know, he doesn't crowd you, and he's just very effective with all his shots. He just breaks you down and hurts you, puts pain on you. And Ayala got in real good shape for this fight because he's taking a lot of punishment.
Yeah, he's just getting worn down. I mean,
yeah, it's not big shots, big power shots, but it's 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 all the time, 4, 5, 6. Oh, nice lead and an angle, came right back.
Probably the most dominant round of the fight for Deravianchenko, who has dominated the fight.
Thank you.
Give me a deep breath. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed.
Tocarlo, pero vamos a hacerlo smart. Boom, boom, bang. Boom, boom, boom. If you stiff these fucking them shots, the jab, the right hand, once you start stiffing them out there, all right? Let's go, baby. You got this. Último round, right?
You don't follow up on it.
This is it, last round. Okay?
It's the last round. Be smart,
3 minutes.
but be effective. Don't take.
He's gonna try to grab and do that. Hit that fucking body in there, all right, baby? Let's go. Let's go.
The whole fight. Give me all you got to do is follow up with a left uppercut. Okay?
You know, the other thing, I really like the corner of Deravianchenko too. One voice, very calm.
Touch gloves. Just touch.
Yeah, that just seems consistent with the kind of fighter he is.
Yeah,
too.
it does. Yeah, very much so.
If you yelled at him in the corner, he'd probably look at you like you had two heads.
But it would be that same look.
Yeah. Barry, you said maybe the most one-sided round in the fight was round 7. Deravianchenko with 41 connects, which was his high for the fight.
Well, we come to the 8th round. Remember our last fight with our other Ukrainian. There's good right hand, top of the head that time by Deravianchenko. Heatroff got his man out of there with just a few seconds left in the fight and some controversial scoring, which we'll talk about a little bit more.
Come on, guys, get out of here.
But Ayala is trying. He's trying to battle him, but it's just a case of he's in there with a guy who's younger, stronger, faster.
And no power on Ayala. There's no kind of power to hold him back.
To Ayala's credit, he's taken Deravianchenko's best so far. Another good combination from Deravianchenko, and Ayala for a moment looked like he could be in trouble, but he got out of there.
We talked about Deravianchenko having never gone past 4 rounds. He's going 8 tonight. For most fighters, you say that's a big step. But for him, knowing him and watching him, I don't think there was ever a doubt that he'd be able to do this pretty easily.
I think you're right. Continuing the beating here of Ayala. And Crystal Lee taking a very close look to see if Ayala can defend himself. He's not throwing any punches. Deravianchenko just trying to close the deal. Still 50 seconds remaining in this fight.
He's got enough time. He can still finish him. Needs another barrage of punches like that. More flurries, more speed on his shots. and you'll stop him. The referee will jump in. Forget about the big shot. Just put them together fast. There you go.
Again, Ayala backs into the corner, takes a right hand and a left hand. And another straight left hand. Body shot in the right hand again, and Ayala gets out of there. 20 seconds remaining in this fight.
And then body shot. Oh, that body shot is killing Ayala.
Ayala will do well to survive, and he's still got 12 seconds to do it. Final seconds of this round, a fight that was completely dominated by Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Sure was, and Ayala got stopped in the last round of the biggest fight of his life against Arthur Abraham when he fought for the title. This time he came very close to getting stopped in the last round, but he made it through. Probably not much comfort in that, but...
Now, when he looks in the mirror tomorrow, he's going to know he's been in a fight.
Oh. And he's going to know who won that fight.
Yes, he is.
This was all Deravianchenko all fight long. If anything, his dominance just was more evident as the fight progressed. You see him mixing his shots to the head and body. Straight punches, always straight punches from Deravianchenko. He's technically so sound. Ayala is not the kind of fighter who has powerful answers for any of this. As a result, he was on the defensive the whole fight. Round 6, 7, and 8, again, all Deravianchenko. Several times here, you thought either Ayala would go down or referee Sparkle Lee would call a halt. It didn't happen. But the 7th and 8th, you might argue, were the best rounds yet for Deravianchenko. So a fighter who'd never been past 4 rounds, finished going 8 for the first time, finished very strongly.
I was just going to say 8 strong rounds. Here are the numbers, Steve.
Well, all you need to look at is the jabs. Ayala only landing 32 jabs over 8 rounds. That's 4 a round. That's not going to do it against Deravianchenko. And Deravianchenko with a huge edge in power shots, landing just under 50%. Huge body punch edge also for Deravianchenko. Total dominant performance.
So we'll see what the judges say. And normally you would think that's a slam dunk.
I'm holding my breath.
Yes, I mean, it has not been so tonight, and there is still a conversation going on, which you don't usually find in a fight that is as lopsided as this one seemed to be.
Well, hopefully no mistakes, Steve, like in the other fight that we're going to talk about in a little bit. How about the scoring?
Yeah, they're being very careful, aren't they?
Yeah.
They hear you?
They know, believe me.
Yes.
So they will check and double check. And that seems to be what they're doing at this point, and that's why we have this delay. As you look at Deravianchenko, I can't imagine he's too concerned about the outcome here. And still his expression does not change.
They're good, baby. Let's go.
Well, we saw 2 very different fighters tonight, both from the Ukraine, both middleweights, both undefeated, Hitrov and Deravianchenko. And Raul said it at the start of the show, and I think he's right. Deravianchenko's further along, there's no doubt about it. The Hitrov, the key for him, I think, match him next time against a guy who's more physical and less movement, less of a boxer, and he'll look better.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you get a guy that's going to stand there in front of him, I mean, he's going to look tremendous. He's going to look explosive. That's what he did with the
Let's keep going,
first
baby.
9, 10 guys that he fought. There were a lot of them were in front of him, and what he did, he just got him out of there. But when he fights a guy that moves around, that gives him trouble.
All right, the decision is now in. Dave Diamante has it. Let's go to the center of the ring and make it all official. Dave?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of action here at Bally's Atlantic City, we go to the judges' scorecards. Barbara Perez and Tony Perez both scored this bout 80-71. Kaysen Cheek scored this bout 80-72. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. He's still undefeated from Brooklyn, New York, Sergey, the technician, Deravianchenko.
So Deravianchenko remains unbeaten. Given a hard workout in many ways, even